Okay, we're going to pick back up on page 56, working with navigation links. We're going to start on the CT underscore about page. So I'm just going to open it up real quick and take a look at it. So this is where we left it. Um, what we're going to do to this page is put some navigation links up at the top, right? So I'm going to open this in Notepad++, and we're going to be at the top of the body in the header section. Notice that we have an image. Just under this image, I'm going to open up a tag called nav. It just stands for navigation. So in this navigation area, I'm going to have an unordered list. So UL for unordered list, and a line item. So LI for line item. Okay, so my menu is going to be about, and then close your line item. Open another line item. Locations. Menu. Reviews. Catering. And finally, contact. All right, so I'm going to close that last line item. Then I'm going to close my unordered list. And then I'm going to close my nav tag. Okay, I'm going to save this. Open it back up in a browser. Refresh it. That wasn't refresh. Refresh it. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. Now, we have not applied any hyperlinks to this yet, so I can't click on any of these, but that's what my navigation is going to look like. This is styled with a style sheet. If it were not styled with a style sheet, you would just have a bulleted list. An unordered list is just a bulleted list, but because this has a style sheet attached and the style sheet is telling it to be in these boxes, you're not going to have a bulleted list. Okay, so it all is dependent upon the style sheet that's applied to it to how it's going to look. Okay, but again, with no styles, an unordered list is just a bulleted list. On the other hand, an ordered list is a list that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So for all the line items, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, so we're going to add some hyperlinks to this. So you can click on these and it will go to the appropriate page. So I'm just going to minimize this and back to my CT underscore about page. Now hyperlink has a tag with an A href. So I'm going to open and have A space href equals. And in these quotations is going to be the name of the page that it's going to go to when you click that hyperlink. So it's going to be the destination. Okay, so about is going to go to the CT underscore about.html page. Make sure that is in quotes. And after about, I'm going to close my A tag. Okay, and this is going to make the word about a hyperlink. So I'm just going to go down here and make all of these hyperlinks. So this goes to CT underscore locations.html. the next one is menu, so it's just going to go ahref equals ct underscore menu dot html. Right, ahref ct reviews. There's catering. And then finally you have contact. All right, now all of these files have to be in the same folder as the CT underscore about page. If they were not in the same folder, you'd have to put that path. Okay, in order for your browser to find it, you would have to put the path to this file. So, for instance, if it were in a folder called media, you would have this file would be media slash ct underscore about dot html. Okay. All right. So I'm going to save this and let's preview it in a browser. Just going to refresh the page. It looks the same. But now when I hover over it, did you see what it's doing? Again, this is styled with the style sheet. So when I hover over it, it has a style saying to change the background and change the text color. But they should all be active hyperlinks and go to the appropriate pages. All right, and notice the About Us is the only one with these hyperlinks. What you would want to do in a real life situation is once you get your hyperlink set and your style set and everything looks great, you're going to copy the code for this and paste it to all of your other pages. So they would all have navigation that looks the same and in the same location. Okay, so just like text can be made into a hyperlink, images can too, so that's what we're going to do next on page 59. So I'm going back to my CT underscore about page in Notepad++, and we have an image up at the top in our header. This is the one that we're going to turn into a hyperlink. So just like the text, we're going to have ahref equals. So when I click on this logo, I want it to go to the CT underscore start.html. Okay, and I need to close my hyperlink at the end. All right, so I'm going to save this and test this out. Don't forget to refresh. Oh, and my image went away. So there's a problem. Let's see. Oh, I see what I did. I didn't have my little thing here. Let's try this again. That's why you want to preview it in a browser often, because if I had waited until I was finished to preview it in a browser, I really wouldn't know exactly where my error was. But because I preview it in a browser frequently, I can pinpoint where my problem is. Okay, I still don't think it's working. Do you see? Clicking on it and it's not going anywhere. So let me check my code again. Make sure I had, oh, good grief, I'm struggling. This should be ahref. I left out the R. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's try this again. Third time's a charm. Look at that. It worked. So you should be able to click on that image and it go to the CT_start page. All right. So back to Notepad++ at the bottom of page 59 is talking about what I said earlier to copy and paste those hyperlink text to your other pages. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. So we're just going to copy the entire header section. So it's going to have the hyperlink that is for the image and all of these navigation links. So I'm just going to Control C right here and go to my other pages. Let's see. So I should have all of them open up here because I don't really close things. And you're just going to select what's there and you can Control V and paste it in there. So there's a menu page and I'm just pasting over the existing header like that. So contact, catering, reviews. So just go through all of your pages and just paste over, and then that should be, I believe that's all of them. You can click on Save All and it'll save all of your pages at once. And now when I preview it in a browser, let me go back. Now when I go to these pages, see how the navigation bar is in the same location on every single page. The style is exactly the same and it is a consistent format. The next section in your book starts on page 60 talking about the folder path. This is what I've been talking about on the path. It's not going, your browser is not going to find the image if it's in a different folder unless you tell it it's in a different folder. Okay, same thing for pages. If I'm hyperlinking to a page and it's not in the same folder as your current page, you have to tell it where it is. And there's absolute paths, there's relative paths, and how to set that base path. Go ahead and read through that. Also, linking to a location within a document. It's like a bookmark. You know how you go to maybe an FAQ page where it's got the questions at the top, and you'll click a question, and then it'll drop you down farther in that page and straight to the answer. Okay, so that is linking to a location within a document. All right, so, or a bookmark. Okay, I'm going to flip over to page 66 and we'll finish up this tutorial 1. Couple more things to do. This is going to be on the CT_contact page. So I'm going to open that up in Notepad++. All right, the CT_contact page. Let's see. So in the article, oh, and I just saw a problem. I'm going to go ahead and fix that problem. Close my paragraph. So just under the phone number and the email address, we're going to make that a hyperlink. So when we click on this curbside.ty@example.com, it will pull up the default email client so that you can send a quick email. Okay, so I'm going to make this email address a hyperlink. Okay, so I'm going to open href equals, and I'm going to use one word mail to colon. Okay, that's kind of code for this as an email address. And I'm just going to type in the email address, curbside.tie@example.com. Okay, and then just on the other side of this email address, I'm going to close this hyperlink, close the A. All right. And the last thing we're going to do is the phone number. We're going to also make this a hyperlink. This is good for mobile design, where you've got a web page and you tap on the phone number and it calls it for you. Okay. So we're going to say AHREF, and instead of mail to, we're going to use the TEL for telephone. Okay, so it's TEL colon, and then you have to put in the plus symbol. So I'm going to say 1-704-555-1151. Okay, no dashes, no spacing, no parentheses. Just type in 1-704-555-1151. Again, I'm going to close my hyperlink there at the end, right before the closing paragraph tag. All right, so I'm just going to refresh this page and check it out in a browser. Let's see, it's the contact page. Okay, so there's my phone number, and I've got an issue with my email address. You see that? Again, just another reason to check it in the browser. So let's say what I have done. Oh, quotation marks. Details, details, details. If it's not perfect, it's not going to work. There we go. I got my footer back. All right, so that wraps up tutorial 1.